Thanks for joining me on Esteemed Television, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Augustine Ambe. I have been away for about a month, and most of that time I've been on the road, and that's why we have not been able to produce anything new for you. But I have a lot to share with you, which I, collected as I travel around the country. And let me start with a visit that I made to Atlanta on the 7th. No, I actually landed in Atlanta on the 6th of May. And what really took me to Atlanta is a question that was asked by our fellow Ambazonians in Atlanta. And the question they asked was, where did we go wrong? And look, because sometimes you don't have to provide the answers, you just need to ask the correct question. And when you ask the correct question, it becomes really the beginning of the right answer. And that's what Atlanta did. They asked the right question. Where did we go wrong? Of course, where did we go wrong in our struggle? So just looking at that question, I bought a ticket and I flew to Atlanta. Because one, I wanted to hear how they were answering that question. And I also wanted to support them in asking the question in the first place. So I bought a ticket and I flew to Atlanta on a Friday. The meeting was supposed to take place on a Sunday, so I had Saturday to kill. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to share what happened in Atlanta in two pieces. Actually, in three pieces, actually, because I've already put out a presentation made by Professor Carlson Anyangwe in an attempt to respond to the question Atlanta asked. And I want to really, really thank the Ambazonians in Atlanta for really keeping their eye on the prize. Keeping their eye on the prize and actually standing up for us in the United States. Because like I've said many, many times, that until we are organized in the United States, until we in the United States are organized and take leadership of our struggle, the kind of leadership that other diasporans have given to their compatriots that they left behind to free themselves, it will become difficult for Ambazonians. It will become difficult for Ambazonians. Because what has been happening has been that America is the one country where we have a critical mass of our people. A critical mass of our people who are very educated, very exposed, very wealthy. I can name all the different variables that we need to help the struggle with in Ambazonia. I can name all of those. They are found in the United States. And they have been found in the United States not only with Ambazonians, but also with a lot of the other countries that have freed themselves based on the support that was given by their American diaspora. So I want to thank Atlanta again for taking the lead. And when I saw that they asked the right question, I flew down there. But I had Saturday to kill. And I was talking to I'm smiling because it was actually Professor Carlson Anyangwe, because when they put that promotion out, or this promotion out, it was Professor Carlson Anyangwe who was going to answer this question. And so when I reached down, I called him, and he forwarded an address to me where there was an occasion where the committee would be meeting, and it was the graduation of Father Peter Elvis. He was graduating from college, and he told me about the graduation and how the committee was going to meet there to appreciate him. So I drove to that location,
No Jesus, shame on Mawe no Jesus, shame on Mawe no Jesus, now time for she don't down. Mawe no Jesus, now time for she don't down.
One of the things about having the right community and the right people running those communities is that when you travel in the country, you will meet, you don't know who to meet, but when you meet, you suddenly found that it's a community. Because that Saturday became very, very important. Because there I met a lot of friends that I did not know that they were in Atlanta. I made partners, people who have helped me along my career, like Dr. Fobi was there, Sebastian Walang, who I've known for a long time. We supported SDF, we supported SCNC, we're in town here when Foncha and Muna and some of the other Gojidinka, Mukong, Dr. Asana. These are people who passed through our city when we were still very young and in college, and we met them here. Atlanta automatically became home, partly because I had a lot of fun there, and it reminds us of home. People who are home don't understand this part of it, but when you travel in white America and you're living the American life, sometimes just getting together with your own leaves an impact. And it reminds you about who you are and where you should be contributing. Where you should be contributing. Because when you come to America, you meet people from all over the world, from all backgrounds. And then you start seeing how they organize themselves in order to succeed. You begin to see how they think about themselves because of their accomplishments. You begin to see how they value themselves because of their accomplishments, because of how they are organized, because of how they have spoken about themselves within themselves. It's amazing. So there's a lot of work that we as Ambazonians need to do to become ourselves, have our own self-confidence, and then start affecting our own communities and other communities because of who we are. Because in the final analysis, how people treat us depends on how we treat ourselves. How people treat our issues depends on how we treat our issues. If we make our issues become important, then other people will take those issues important. If we show that we really don't care about our issues and would rather run to communities that have already been built and settle there, adopt their values and become them, but always on the periphery, then that's how we'll be treated. As people who have no issues. In fact, then they start calling you lazy and dumb and all kinds of negatives that really are not true. So traveling around and meeting our people scattered all over the United States, you can start seeing the incredible resource that we're having go to waste.
One of the things you have to know about us is that what sustains us is something they call the Holy Eucharist. So as a priest, that's all we need to eat. If we eat the Holy Eucharist, we are fine. But because there's so many of you here who do not have a Roman collar, we know that you need what we call the food of the earth.
And whenever our people meet, there's always food. There is always food. I mean, good food. Because if you live in this country, first of all, you cannot cook all the variety of good food that comes to our occasion. And every time you go to any of our occasions, expect good food. And this was no exception.
Oh,
So that's how I spent Saturday, May the 7th in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a day well spent. It's a day which the kind of fun I had there, I will pay for it. I'll pay for it. But I didn't pay a thing because it is ours, by us, for us, and money cannot buy that.